All right, Sort of Sports Podcast back here once again for MLB Predictions, the 2025 playoff predictions of the MLB. And I got to do full disclosure, guys. This season might be the least amount of baseball I've watched in my entire life. I've watched some of the Guardians. That's about it. I didn't really watch a lot of the nationally televised games. This is 100% the least prepared I've ever been for an MLB Predictions podcast. So I guess we're doing a bit of an experiment. Maybe this will be the year I do the best on my predictions because I'm historically terrible at my MLB predictions, but also it's kind of the fun of the MLB. It's so unpredictable. But I'm willing to bet I'm going to do poorly. Like I said, I have not watched a ton of MLB. I mean, I've kept up with who's good, who's not, who's hot, who's cold. But overall, 100% the least prepared. And I think a lot of that stems from the fact that I was just really turned off by last year's World Series. I always was afraid of having a Dodgers-Yankees World Series because I wouldn't even want to watch it, and that's how last year's was. And I think that negativity kind of just fed over into this season and made me relatively uninterested in the league as a whole. Like I said, I still followed the Guards, but overall, this was 100%. Like, I know Cal Raleighy's doing well. I understand some of these things. But I'm saying didn't watch as much baseball as usual. I really wasn't as caught up. But I do have my predictions as always, so let's see how I do. We're going to start in the AL wild card. We got Tigers traveling to Cleveland. I'm going to take Cleveland in 2. I really like what's going on with the Guardians. Obviously, I'm completely biased as a Guardians fan, but I do think, you always want to be the team that peaked in September, not the team that peaked in June. We've seen teams get really hot over the summer, and then it comes to playoff time, they just don't have it like they used to. This Guardians team peaked within the last 3 weeks. And that's a really good sign going into the postseason. So I like them a lot for this postseason. At the beginning of the year, you guys know I predicted them to be in the World Series. I think I might have predicted them to win. I should probably check that because at the beginning of the year, we always do our start of the MLB predictions. And my World Series was Phillies over Guardians in 6, with the pennants being Guardians over Yankees and Phillies over Dodgers. I'm going to be honest, these predictions that we're looking at right now are going to be very similar to those. I feel very similarly about what I said early on this year. No RJ or Andy. It's first time we haven't had them on MLB Predictions Pod in 2 years. Just didn't really line up time-wise. We only had one night we could record it because the playoff picture was just set Sunday and then games start tomorrow. So that was kind of how that happened. I mean, you guys will be listening to this Tuesday morning at the earliest, if not after that, and games will be going on right now. So that's pretty crazy. But I got the Guardians beating the Tigers. Like I said, the Guardians have good mojo. Yes, the Tigers are the best pitcher in baseball, but Guardians, even though their offense is 28th in the league, they find a way to win. And I like I said, good vibes team. I'm taking them. Then we got Yankees, Red Sox. The Red Sox, the thing is with them is I actually like this team, but Roman Anthony is obviously who I'm a fan of, but his return is really what I'm looking at. Is like there doesn't seem to be any timetable on when Roman Anthony's going to be back, and I understand baseball is more than just one player. I do, but it comes down to the playoffs. I kind of just trust the Yankees more. This Red Sox team, it's been a fun story, but without Roman Anthony, he's probably their best player. No, he's not their straight-up best player. I take that back. He is not their straight-up best player. But one of their best players, I got to go Yankees here, so. That sets us up for the divisional series of Mariners Guards, so the Josh Naylor series, and then Blue Jays Yankees, which will be, that bottom half of the AL bracket is just, it's going to be fun. Just an AL East tournament going on over there. So I'm going to take the Guardians over the Mariners. I probably shouldn't. I'm going to take them in 4. I just think this Guards team is hot, so I like what they got going on. I'm taking the Guardians to go to the pennant. It's been a great season for the Mariners, though. If there was another team coming out of the AL other than the Guardians, I would like it to be the Mariners. So I do believe in this Guardians team a lot, though, so that's why I'm going to the pennant. I'm also going to take the Yankees over the Blue Jays. I understand I probably should take the Blue Jays here, but something feels right in the fact that we're going to have another Yankees-Guardians pennant. It just seems to work out. These teams meet each other a lot. I mean, it's literally in Major League. I feel like we're going to see it once again, this pennant. And then we got the pennant, which is Yankees-Guardians. I really should take the Yankees here, but I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to take the Guardians in 7. We'll go 7 for fun. And so that would be in Cleveland, too, which would be bananas. So, I got the Guardians going to the World Series as far as the AL goes. Let's go over to the NL. We have Reds, Dodgers. It would be super fun to get a Cincinnati-Cleveland World Series. That would be awesome. It's not going to happen. I don't even think this Reds team can beat the Dodgers in the wild card. So I'm going to take the Dodgers in 2 here. It would be awesome if the Reds somehow, if we got an Ohio World Series, it'd be really fun. but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm shocked the Reds are even here. So Dodgers over Reds in 2. On the other side of the wild card, we have Padres Cubs. I'm going to take the I think I'm going to go Cubs here. I kind of tossed this one around a lot in my head, but I'm going to take Cubs in 3. This was a tough choice for me, but I kind of like what the Cubs have going on more than the Padres. The Padres have been here a lot. Same old Cubs, new hotness, right? That's kind of what I like about the Cubs right now. So, taking the Cubs. Then we get the Brew Crew versus the Cubs in the DS. I'm going to take the Brew Crew here in 3. I think the Brewers team is very good. I mean, during the month of August, that team was unstoppable. So, I got the Brewers beating the Cubs in 3. Then we have Phillies Dodgers. This would be an awesome series. I got to go in 5, but I do have the Phillies winning. I think the Phillies on paper might be the best team in baseball. It's like them and the Dodgers, like the 2 best teams in baseball on paper in my mind. So I got the Phillies beating them and going to the pennant. That's Phillies, Brewers, pennant. I'm taking the Phillies in 6. We'll go 6 for this one. And I got the Phillies going on to the World Series. I think this is the best team in the MLB. I really do. I think the Phillies are the best team this season, and they've been dancing around the World Series. And, they've went to it, but I'm saying they've been dancing around winning the World Series. I think this is the year they get it done. I'm taking them over the Guardians in 6 games. My beginning of the year prediction, once again, I am taking Phillies over Guardians in 6. That would be the World Series my mom would be the most happy with, as she loves the Phillies, but also has a soft spot for the Guardians being in Ohio. So I got the Phillies winning the World Series. I just think at some point they got to get it done. This is probably the last year of having all these guys. Schwarber's going to go get big money somewhere else. Unless he takes a pay cut, this team is not going to be the same next year, and I think this is the time that the Phillies finally get it done and win the World Series. This was a super short episode. I don't know if you guys remember, super long-time listeners of the channel would remember that I made a mini episode one time talking about what the college football playoff should do. I never made a mini episode once again. Maybe I should bring it back just for this, because I blasted through this. As you can tell, I didn't even have my predictions written down. I just looked at the bracket. Like I said, run an experiment. This is the least amount of research I've ever done for the MLB predictions. If I get it right, that would be crazy. So we'll have to see. All right, that is it from me. I will see you all in the next one, and we'll be doing NFL Talk with Braden Hayes. That'll be fun having Braden back on the pod. I don't know if we'll do a podcast. If the Guardians go on a crazy run, might have Andy and RJ come on, talk about the Guards. But barring that, probably next pod we'll talk about baseball is the World Series. And like I said, this was super short pod. So if you listen to this one, I appreciate it, because I didn't really get, if you're driving, this is barely, my mom's commute is 12 minutes, and this won't even cover that. That's quick one here.